To our Kitchen World kitchen, where Joe is cooking up a great treat with Chef Tom from The Irishman.
That's right. Thanks, Allie. And we just want to say none of the animals in that clip were hurt. So everyone made it out safely, even the chicken. All right. We're making a haddock today?
Yeah, urban-crusted haddock.
Okay. I was thinking fish fry immediately when you say haddock, because that's a popular...
it's the same fish we use for the fish fry, but this is kind of a healthier spin. Surprisingly, a somewhat healthier spin. I mean, we still have some cheese involved, but it's...
Right, so we're starting a little healthy trend here,
Yeah,
the last day of the year on Winging It for the New Year. So this is something that folks maybe can make down the road. All right, what do we have here? Let's put those ingredients up and talk about them real quick.
Well, we have the haddock here, of course. We season it with the herbes de Provence. That's a mixture of like basil, marjoram, oregano, lavender, thyme, rosemary. I think I got them all.
That's good.
Most of them. And then we have, of course, our marinara sauce that we have at the restaurant. A little tomato juice.
Is that what that is? Tomato juice?
Yeah, just
like
tomato juice.
Or something like that?
Just, just straight tomato juice.
Right.
Diced tomatoes, spinach, garlic, shallot, mozzarella, Parmesan, and then, of course, our salt mixture, and we just serve it with our vegetable, the asparagus. So.
Okay. Now, is this a real complicated dish to make? I know fish kind of scares me sometimes. I never want to overcook it. I don't want to undercook it, obviously. So.
No, this one's pretty. This is very easy. I mean, we'll pan sear the fish for a second. We'll finish it in the oven, and then basically just create a sauce with all the other ingredients, and then you top the sauce on top of the fish, and then cheese on top of that, and you're done.
Okay,
it's
so
very easy.
Starts out in the pan, then put it in the oven, get it ready.
Yep.
I would imagine you guys are real busy over at the Irishman this week. Got a lot going on, right?
It's been a very hectic week, yeah, with New Year's coming up and everything. It's been quite busy at the restaurant.
All right, a little bit later, we're going to talk about what's happening at the restaurant this weekend, obviously. Chef Tom's a busy guy, along with a lot of other chefs here in town. So we're going to get started on this haddock dish in just a few minutes. Right now, we're going to send it back over to Allie. Working on a piece of haddock today, but I just want to go over a lot of things going on the day of New Year's Eve, obviously, leading up to New Year's night. There's a midnight in Dublin party, which is kind of cool because midnight in Dublin will be between 4 and 7 p.m., that part of the day there. Right. So you guys are having a specially prepared New Year's menu, which we have right here. So a lot of special items on this.
Yes.
Definitely get in on that. And midnight in Williamsville party starts at 10 p.m. and it goes till whenever.
Whenever, right.
Question mark there. And there's a band playing, right? 3 of a Kind, 10 p.m. They'll be there.
3 of a Kind, 10 p.m., yes. One of Western New York's best blues bands, so we're looking forward to having them out.
Good stuff. And why not, after you ring in the new year, come back the next morning for a brunch? You guys have a great brunch set up, big menu there, so call for a reservation for the morning brunch, which starts at 11 a.m., goes till 3 p.m., so you have time to sleep in that day. And this whole menu is full of great items for New Year's Eve, including the haddock, which we're making today, right?
Right,
so,
this is on our regular menu, and we're also featuring it for the menu on New Year's, so...
All right, now, how do we start getting things going here?
Well, I'm going to start by pan-searing the haddock here, just kind of starting with that with the herbes de Provence on there, and then finish that in the oven, and then basically all you have to do is make the sauce at that point, start cooking down the garlic, the shallot, spinach, tomatoes, and once the sauce is finished, you top the fish with that, and then top a little Parmesan cheese, and that's it.
Perfect. Now, how long are we talking for cooking time in the oven and on the stove, if I need to have a time limit there?
I would say 15, 20 minutes tops. This is really not too involved, depending on what side dishes. I mean, we serve this with rice and vegetable at the restaurant, but, you know, you have some options, you know, whatever you want to do with that. But the fish itself does not take very long. By the time you pan-sear it, it's already half-cooked, and then once it goes in the oven, it's only going to take probably another 10 minutes at most.
Pretty easy. Now, I noticed we have, we're cooking with tomato juice?
Tomato juice, yeah.
Now, why tomato juice and tomato sauce? What's the...
Well, we just reduce that a little bit. We don't, if you do just the sauce, it would probably cook down and be a little bit too thick. So the tomato juice is going to make it more of a sauce instead of, you know, just kind of paste up a little bit if you didn't have that in there.
So it'll, okay, make it a little more...
kind of make it a little more sauce-like, give it a little more.
Yeah. Okay, good. We're getting saucy in here. We're going to light up the grill, start searing the haddock, which, by the way, you also use for a very famous dish around here, a fish fry, right? Right,
for our fish fry at the Irishman, which is, of course, one of our big sellers as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to start getting that ready in just a few minutes. Right now, we're going to send it back over to Allie. I'm from the Irishman's here, and we're making a pretty healthy haddock dish. Usually haddock, you fry it and you have it
deep fry it, right? Yeah, beer batter, deep fry. And this is a little bit better. A little bit better. We top it with a little Parmesan, but for the most part, it's, you know. I'm going to put a little herb de Provence in there, a little of our salt mix.
Yeah, that herb de Provence. What is it exactly in there? Do you know the exact?
Well, it's lavender, basil, oregano.
Oh, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, pretty much thyme, rosemary.
That'll go well with the sauce too, I guess.
Yeah, it ties everything in pretty well. Yep.
All right, so we're going from the pan to the oven eventually, so you just want to get the little bit of a
I'm going to try to sear here a little bit. Yep.
Okay, get the heat going on.
And I'm going to start the sauce at the same time.
Okay, and we're cooking with tomato sauce or a little marinara you have, and we're using kind of a secret ingredient, the tomato juice.
To actually make it more of a sauce, right? I keep it from getting a little bit too
tasty.
Right.
Okay. You don't want that to happen.
No, you don't want that. So,
Okay.
all right, I got some.
And while Tom's doing this, we just want to let everyone know that the Irishman has a special New Year's Eve menu. They've got a lot going on the day of New Year's Eve, obviously, up until. You've got the celebrating ringing in the new year in Dublin from 4 to 7, I believe.
4 to 7, yep.
That's when they're going to be doing it over in Dublin.
Right.
And then at night from 10 p.m. to whenever, Three of a Kind, great local band's going to be playing at the restaurant. So it's a great night there. And then the next day they got a buffet going on. So you want to call for a reservation and make sure you snag one up. From 11 to 3, you guys have a buffet, so plenty of time to sleep in and
right, do what you got to do, and then come in and have a nice buffet. Right, reload and have the buffet.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, so this piece of haddock searing up real nice.
Right, I'm just got to get a nice brown on that side and going to flip.
Now, you leave the skin on the other side, right? That's fine.
Yeah, we use skin on haddock at the Irishman. If you don't like that, you know, you can remove the skin. You just got to get the knife under there. Yeah, it's tough, a little bit tougher to do, but the skin's, you know, it's not a bad
edible,
thing.
right?
Right,
I mean, I always hear the skin's very good for you.
It is good for you.
So.
And like, you know, when you pan sear it like this, you can crisp up the skin nice, you know, get a nice sear on it, and it's actually a little bit better that way. So
absolutely. And we've got a little diced tomato action going on here.
Yep, I've got my garlic, my shallot, my tomatoes so far. And now I'm going to add some spinach.
Throw that in the pan.
Throw that in the pan. I can throw it all down. Yeah, throw it all at the same time. I mean, I probably would wait a little more, you know. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit.
Yeah, we're just...
Of course, a little bit of our... That's a little of our marinara. You can throw a little bit of tomato juice in there.
Juice, that's the secret.
That's good, yeah.
That'll keep the sauce from getting tasty.
That's right. And that'll all cook down. And
this fish looks good enough to eat right now. I can only imagine.
It's really not, I mean, it's really not too far away at this point. So I'm going to finish this in the oven.
And you were saying this cooks up pretty quick.
Yeah, this is
even though
really...
you're going from one thing to another, it's a pretty easy recipe. Right?
It is a very easy recipe. This is really not a tough one.
And this is on the menu, obviously, for New Year's Eve, right?
Yep, this is on our New Year's special menu. And,
yep. And, of course, the recipe is always on our website at wingit.tv, so if you want to make it at home, enjoy that, too. And it's a healthy way to ring in the new year with this kind of meal.
It is. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. In here. And my sauce is almost there. It's probably just a little bit more.
Looks great. Smells great.
And then when the fish would be done, we would top this. We would top the fish with this sauce, and then finish it with a little Parmesan cheese. Melt that, and you're finished. That's
good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, now, as far as the New Year's Eve menu goes, besides the haddock, anything different that I can get if I come in that night?
Well, we have a few special items we've worked on. We're running a lobster bisque. That's going to be that's going to be
kind of one of the...
Yeah, we're running lobster bisque, and yeah, I'll be working on that. So
that sounds good.
Yeah. Lots of specials, though. It's gonna be a good night. It's a good menu. We worked pretty hard on it, so.
I bet it's been a busy last couple of weeks for you guys with the Christmas rush, the holiday season.
It has been, with everyone back in town and everyone coming in. Yeah, lunches, dinners, everything's been very crazy at the Irishman.
But still, Tom has enough time to come in here and cook us up a meal.
Hey, you know, I love doing it. Hey.
No, it's great, and we're ending the year with you, and we love having you here.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Now we mentioned that buffet on Sunday. It goes till 3. That's a pretty good chunk of time, from 11 to 3, right?
Right. Come in, yep, anytime you want, you know, and help yourself. And...
All right, and local music the night before, which is going to be great. That's a great local band, so definitely get out there and support your local band. We've got the fish right now. We got about a minute left, so let's pop that fish out of the oven so I can eat it. And I guess everyone else can see it.
Well, that would be our...
Whatever.
That's our finished product there.
All right. And what kind of cheese did you sprinkle on top? We have, is that Parmesan?
Yep, I put Parmesan cheese on top, melted there. Yeah.
Okay. Allie loves fish, so...
She does? Well, this will work out well for her last day here.
Actually, I'm not going to touch this. I'm going to let her have the first bite.
Oh, that's very nice. Very chivalrous of you, Joe. That's nice.
We tried. All right. We'll get that ready, and that's going to go in the oven. How long do you put that in the oven for, again?
Well, since it's probably partially cooked at this point, I would say probably about 10, 15 minutes, you know, depending on how you like your fish.
So we're talking less than 5 in the pan, in a hot pan.
Get that ready, in a hot pan, and then
15 in the oven.
Right, not long at all. Yep, 350, and it's not going to take very long. Once that's melted, that should be pretty close. Everything should be ready around the same time.
All right, great. So we're going in a whole different direction for our second helping. That's what they call it here.
Yes,
so we're going to do that later. And we've got another big surprise coming up for Allie. She has no idea what's about to happen. The roof's going to come down in here. It's going to be amazing. So stick around for that. We're going to have a check of weather, of course, before we do any of that exciting stuff. Although the weather's exciting, because Amelia's doing it. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're making a delicious second helping here in the kitchen. Chef Tom showed us how to make a pretty healthy haddock dish before. That's on our website. Check it out. Now what do we make?
Well, I just got a little garlic shell, just a quick pasta dish. I cooked off a chicken breast. You know, you can just grill that.
What did you season it with there? The same stuff?
The same stuff. I basically use all the same seasonings and all the same items that I used here.
Got the spinach
got a little spinach in there, yep. And I'm just going to...
That smells great already.
Yeah, I got some pasta, some fresh basil I'm going to add.
Put a little butter in there, or is that all?
Yeah, just a little butter.
Okay.
Yeah, saute off the garlic, the shallot, a little salt, pepper mix.
Great.
And I'm just going to add
a light dish, too, not too...
This is some of our... It's not too bad. This is some of our, you know, this could just be a store-bought pasta sauce, marinara sauce for you.
Right.
And just add some of our pasta, and we're...
Oh, shapes. I love shapes. Like 12.
And, yeah, this is basically it.
Beautiful.
Nice
Very
and
simple.
easy and very simple.
Nice.
Yep. Just going to add a little more sauce here.
Definitely a good way to use that those extra ingredients if you can. And you got some what is that?
That's a little mozzarella cheese, a little Parmesan. Just toss it with, top it with that, and it's a nice, quick second dish you can get if you have any of the leftovers. So.
All right, good stuff. We made a great haddock. Allie loved it. I think she's going to come back in right now. We want her back in to try this out. And we'll put the chicken on the plate.
You look like Wendy.
Here we go. Have some of this.
Okay.
Is that all done?
That's almost done. Almost done. I'm about to plate it right now.
I had to wear my Christmas sombrero. So maybe the last
Amelia
time
asked
to wear
for it, so it's out here. Here we go.
Yeah.
Also, though, you guys have a lot going on this weekend.
We do.
Big weekend.
We do.
Live
Big weekend
band.
at the Irishman Live Band. Yep.
Right. Good stuff. So check them out. They have a buffet the day after New Year's. So if you're awake, if you're alive, hopefully, you'll eat very well on that buffet. So let's try this real quick. Let's get some forks out.
Oh, I ate all the asparagus off this earlier.
There's your fork.
There's
your fork from earlier.
Tom set aside my fork for me because I knew I was going to need it.
This is how we do it in my house. We just eat right out of the pan.
Go right out of the pan. Why not? Why not?
Well, I might burn myself. It'll be okay, though. It's going to be really hot. This is going to be ridiculous.
That shouldn't be too bad.
It's great having Tom end up the year with us here on Winging It, too. We all love Tom.
We do. We love the Irishman.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
That was great. Really good. Really good, Tom.
That burner's intense.
That burner is really quite serious, so you got to be careful here.
All right, Tom.
There we go.
The Irishman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Check out The Irishman. They got a lot going on this weekend.